Good morning, children. Today in our science class, we are going to see how to help physically challenged persons, the handicapped persons. Now we are not calling them as handicapped. Instead of that, we are using the word physically challenged or differently abled persons. Okay. So we'll see the topic. Ramu went for shopping with his father. On the way, they saw a visually challenged person. Visually challenged person means who is having the blindness, okay, who can't see, who tries to cross the road. Ramu's father went to him and asked, "May I help you, sir?" And the differently abled person replied, "Yes, I want to cross the road." Ramu's father joyfully helped him to cross the road. By seeing this, Ramu felt proud of his father and he also wanted to help the needy. So Ramu asked his father to teach him how to help differently abled persons. Okay, so if you have seen any differently abled persons, you have to help them if they are in need, children. Okay, so differently abled people. So not everybody can use all five senses. What are the five senses? So the people who can able to see, touch, feel, hear, everything. These are the five senses. So some lack this ability. Some couldn't see. Some can't hear. Some persons can't speak. So these difficulties they will be having. Not everyone will be having all the five senses. So some lack the ability to use any one or more of them. Such people are called differently abled people. Okay. So the person who can't see, those persons will see visually impaired persons and they can't see. Blind, they are blind. And there's someone who can't hear, we'll call them as a deaf person. They are deaf. And who can't speak, no, they for those persons we'll call them as dumb persons. They can't speak. And visually challenged persons, they can read and write through their fingers. So that alphabets are all braille. Braille is a reading and writing method for visually challenged person. It has a raised pattern that can be read with the fingers. So you might have seen. So by touching the letters itself, they will be saying. Okay, so they can read and write through that braille method. Okay, children. Okay. So now we'll see how to help those differently abled persons. Okay, helping people is very honorable and there are plenty of ways by which we can help differently abled people. See, we'll be helping peoples, but if we are helping to this differently abled peoples, so that will be more useful for them because they can't do that. We are helping them to do that activity. Okay, so as first, if they need any help from you and follow their lead, speak clearly and listen to their words well. Use direct words. Never tease them by calling with specific names. Be aware of their personal aids. Do not cause any damage to the aids. We have to help them. Instead, you should not trouble them. Okay, children? Okay. Your simple acts can be helpful to them. Opening doors for the disabled. Making way for them. Bring them to cross the road. Treat them as a normal person. Okay, so they are equivalent to you. Okay. By doing these, you can exhibit that you want to help the differently abled. Okay, so you have to help them. You should not trouble them. So we do not use the word handicapped or disabled. We use differently abled. They will be they'll be able to, they can able to do different things. Okay, so now if they are visually impaired, they will be more excellent in some other activities. If they can't hear, they are not disabled persons. Okay, so they can do in some other thing. So we are calling them as differently abled persons. Okay, children. Okay, so match this, do this activity as homework, and we have one more topic in this, importance of physical exercise. Okay, so we will see what are the importances of physical exercise. So by doing exercise, what are the benefits we have, we'll see. Okay, so we can be fresh, energetic, it will be protecting us from diseases, all those things we'll see in detail. Parent teachers meet is going on in Sheila's school. As her parents are out of the town, her grandfather attends the meeting. He is a retired army person, and even at the age of 90, he does all his works by himself. Everyone in the meeting wonders what is the secret behind his good health, and they asked him for his secret. Grandpa replied that he avoids junk food and takes healthy and fresh food. He does physical exercises like walking, running, jogging and yoga. He advises all parents and children to do exercises regularly. Yes, this is obviously correct. No, children, nowadays we are addicted to having junk foods. Okay, so we are not having healthy foods. Yes or no, children? Yes. So we have to be healthy, we have to have only healthy foods, and we have to do some exercises. Okay, so by doing that, he is in that age also, he can able to do all his work by himself. Yes or no? So now in this age, if you're not doing the physical exercises and not having proper food, so we'll be drowning day by day. Yes or no? So we can't do any work if we are becoming older. Okay, so physical exercise, it protects us from diseases, balances our body weight, strengthens our muscles and bones, improves digestion, improves sleep quality, increases our energy level, improves skin health, boosts brain functions and memory. So it is balancing all the activities we are doing. Okay, so it gives us digestion, it gives us sleep, it is giving us energy, so it is preventing us from some health issues, to function our brain properly, for our memory, everything. Okay, so do exercise regularly. Okay, children.